Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another SEC rival, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Turns it loose. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Shapen. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The give from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thompson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To throw, it's Stockton. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Makes the grab outside. It's Branch. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Got it in the middle. It's dealt. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in the situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
To the air, it's Stockton. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's French. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Surging forward on the sneak. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
And he missed it. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking for a man. It's Shapen. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Here's the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Here's the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they... Turning it on! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Georgia won the SEC a season ago, but face-planted in the playoff largely due to their offensive issues. But Kirby Smart is certainly reloaded at the skill positions.
I've reloaded, and obviously the quarterback spot was an issue all last year and then down the stretch, and now interested to see how the page turns with Gunnar Stockton at the helm. Does it bounce back offensively? Do they look like the Georgia of old?
Yeah, this is an expectation, obviously, that Kirby Smart has created of excellence, and they've done really great high school recruiting, obviously brought in some key players through the portal as well. You know what this is going to look like, a physically dominant team on both sides of the ball, but that QB position, that's the key.
And the Dogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna run it. It's Frazier. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He'll go to the sneak.
No gain on the play. First and goal, Georgia.
The Dogs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. With the run on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Williams.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll try the run. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw. It's Shapen. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You know what they need. You know what they want, and you know what they... Oh, he's got some space. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Tight end now in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Frazier. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls and throws off the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got a man, it's Thompson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Trips left, one wide receiver to the right on 2nd and 9. Snagged in the middle, it's Traore. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Traore. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
To the air, it's Chapin. Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
He'll keep it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Oh, they're after him. Looking to get it in. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
Looking to move the chains, Mississippi State lines up on 4th down. He'll do it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. They've got the screen set up. Spins away from the defense. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Yeah, how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
Makes the grab. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Pass on 2nd down.
Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help them the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's dealt. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
We hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Snap from the gun on third down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Chapin. Fires to the big fella. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire plate.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
Grab near the marker. It's Mosley. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Booth. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. Rush is on him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Takes the easy completion. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Takes the easy one to the back.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Dogs can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it in the middle, it's dealt. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
On first down, here comes this offense. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Safe little shovel pass. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Caught by the back. Picks up 9. Second down.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Power football with the run. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bell. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Those are the types of plays that drive head coaches crazy because you practice these situations all the time. That's a bootleg fake. And part of the reason why they like to get quarterbacks out on the perimeter is because at that point outside the pocket, if nothing's open, all you have to do is throw the football across the line of scrimmage out of bounds, and it's an incomplete pass. He forgot to throw the ball, and because of it, he takes a massive sack.
The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Georgia sends out the punt team. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. From the shotgun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Dropping back, it's Shapen. Finds his tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call. 4
punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And the Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. Across the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Heaves it on the run. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
It's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. That's reeled in. It's Branch. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Lost to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's done. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Looking downfield, it's Shapin. That's caught. It's Williams. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Yeah, I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He'll pull it on the read. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Number 8, set to kick off.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Bringing the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. In the backfield, it's Frazier. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, the offense on 3rd down, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. Catches it at the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Under fire. Catch in the middle. It's Thompson. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
At the 32-yard line. 1st down, Bulldogs.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just 1 step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the back.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the comeback is on.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They march 78 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. At the 40, there he goes! To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Got a man, it's Bell. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Leaves it with the back. Plows through the defense.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
The Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Wants to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Frazier. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Looking to pass, it's Stockton. Snagged in the middle, it's Bell. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Evans. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game.
You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Shapen. Caught over the middle, it's Thompson. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. He wants to throw it again. Got his man downfield. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And the Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw. It's Shapen. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Bell. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The sure hands, it's Mosley. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Love the play call in a 2-minute situation here in the 4th quarter. Out-breaking route so you can make the catch, hopefully get out of bounds and save yourself clock.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, I know it's early in the drive, but we've got less than a minute to go here. We've got to be more aggressive. We got to take some shots, put some pressure on the defense.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Grab near the marker, it's Traore. Offense will use a timeout, 19 seconds left in the game.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
First down here for the offense. Got to find a completion on this one. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the last chance comes up empty, and the ball game is over.